out of the business. But anyway, he's a good guy, and I don't think, as I said, there's a right answer to this. Or a wrong answer. I just think that's the way they handled it, and I'm wondering what people think. Now, yesterday when we did this, Deputy Dan said all of the comments on Facebook and YouTube were saying that they didn't fulfill the contract. Lisa hired them to pick up September 8th and to deliver September 9th. Okay? Now, they were to pick up where, Lisa?
In Loveland, Colorado.
And where were they to deliver?
Antonito, Colorado.
Antonito. Man, that's amazing. I've never heard of that. Antonito. Okay. Now, they picked up as scheduled, and they came to deliver, but got stuck on Bobcat Lane or Bobcat Road leading to your house. They said they tried their best. It was because of a blizzard. They tried their best to get there and couldn't do it. In fact, they said they tried the next morning and couldn't do it because the truck...
That is not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
The second day they did not try and
How do you know? How do you know?
How do I know? Because I was there. I was up at 6 a.m. I was on...
How do you know? They said they got stuck on the... They said they came the next... I don't know if they came or they were still there overnight. I don't know. But they said they tried that night, that day on the 9th and on the 10th. This is what they said.
No, that's not a true statement on the 10th. That's not a true statement.
When they told you they could not deliver on the 10th and you had to pick another place and you picked a storage facility 50 minutes away, when they told you that, where were they?
They were on the telephone. They had...
But hold on, Lisa, are you telling me they drove all the way back to Denver?
No.
Where were they?
Up to Bobcat. They drove up to Bobcat Drive.
Yeah.
And they said, we have to talk to our boss.
I get it. They got stuck, Lisa, they got stuck. They drove to Bobcat and got stuck. That was the 9th. When they called you on the 10th,
yes.
They called you on the 10th and made delivery to your storage unit. When they called you on the 10th, where were they? Were they back in Longmont?
No.
Where were they?
They were at the very end of the road,
okay.
The federal road.
Then Lisa, I'm not going to split hairs. They came back the next day and did not attempt to go down Bobcat because they said they could not make it. It was still not passable. That's what they said. Okay? So when you said they did not try the next day, that's disingenuous. They were at the end of your road when they called you and said, we can't make it. Where do you want it delivered? I'm not going to split hairs with you because I'm on your side to begin with, okay? But they were at the end of Bobcat when they called you and said they can't do it. So therefore, they went to a storage facility you picked 50 miles away. Here is the real issue. They did not deliver to your home, and that was what the contract said, right? Okay. Now the question is, why should you pay full price?
They also said... Hey, Lisa, did you tell them you were going to pay the balance now? I'm just asking, did you say that?
I said the rest of it, I would have to talk to their boss.
Okay, now, the full price was how much? $4,000 some odd dollars. $4,200. You paid $3,000. You shorted them $12. You thought, listen.
No, they're telling me that she only owes around $900. So I don't know why the
whatever it is. Here's the bottom line. The man from Johnson Moving and Storage, I didn't talk to Mark, but I talked to the manager in Longmont. He said, look, Tom, we put in the mileage, we put in the labor, the contract was fulfilled. We can't help it that we couldn't get to her home. We did take it to another location she designated, and therefore she should pay. I say, okay, I can see their point. But I can also see Lisa's point. She contracted to have it delivered at a specific location. So.
Hey, Lisa, here's what I'd like to do on this. I'm really torn on this. If I was the business, I would believe exactly what the business does and vice versa if I was a consumer. So, Lisa, what would you be comfortable if I can go back to the owner and say, hey, how about if she pays you, how about if you guys split it 50-50? Would that work for you?
I think it would be worth, in my opinion, if I was going to ask for a discount, I would ask for $500. That's what I would ask for if I was in this position.
Well, I'm saying split it, whatever the split is, because that's why I was going, we have two different amounts, 900 and 1,200.
So what do you
think,
So
Lisa?
you're asking me my opinion?
Yeah, your opinion.
I'm saying, is that fair? I'm not asking for your opinion. Would that work for you?
I'm not sure it would work for me.
Then I'm not going to make the
Because-
call. I'll make it simple.
So in other words, you wouldn't accept a $500 discount is what it amounts to.
I would accept the $900 discount, because I already paid them the $3,000.
No, what I'm saying is you'll pay them another $900 is what you're saying?
No, I will not pay them another $900.
Okay, then...
Well, then it's going to be on your credit, and they'll do what they need to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going to
that's
be... Now, listen, I'm not saying you're entirely wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong. I really, honest to goodness, this is up in the air to me. So
But
Lisa...
she's the one, no matter what, she's the one screwed, because they're going to put it on her credit. The only way they're going to get it off is to end up in court. So that's it. So you might as well sue them in small claims court right now if you don't want it on your credit. If you don't care about your credit, then none of this matters.
Right.
Care about my credit.
Well, listen, I would try to negotiate a payoff, Lisa. I don't think it's worth a $900 discount, in my opinion. By the way, well, I guess...
I want to make it clear, though, to people, Tom, if I was in her shoes, I would 100% feel the same way. But I would somehow reasonably finish it, because I would not want this hanging out there for 7 years.
Right. Lisa, we are really on your side when it comes to believing you deserve a discount. We are. We're on your side. But
I get it, too, if I was a business. Don't you, Tom? Honestly, if you were a moving company, you show up in someone's... How about at your old house where you had that the gate there? Let's say it was so packed as snow the gate wouldn't open. So what do?
Well, if it was my fault, like the gate didn't open, I'd have to pay. If it was my fault.
That's right.
In this case...
Or if the road wasn't maintained going to your house.
In this case, it was no one's fault. But... they still had a contract, and I think that technically, if I owned that business under terms of the contract, I would say to Lisa, we may have to deliver it next week. Is that okay?
Yeah, but what do they do with it in the meantime?
Well,
They'd have
that's
to
the point.
Unload it into a storage unit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pain. It's a pain. I'd like to know people's opinions on this. Do you think Johnson...
If she comes up, Lisa, I'll be happy to make a call and say half. And in fact, I think I can get Mark to do that. But that's what I'm willing to help you with. And that's a lot.
Now, again, let's say this again. I want people's opinions. Should Johnson Moving and Storage give a discount? How much of a discount? Instead of going to her home, they went to a storage facility 50 minutes away because it was the only storage facility she could find in the area. Otherwise, they would have had to taken it back to Longmont, which would have been ridiculous.
And she found the storage unit, and she agreed to this. Then they tried to redeliver. Well, before that, let's not forget, they tried to redeliver the next morning, and they still couldn't get through the snow.
Now, listen, I want to tell somebody, I have finally that water filter being delivered today and installed. I say finally because they had to order a part for me from Water Pros.
Got a break?
And this is a filtration system. I just want to, we've been talking about water conditioning for the whole house, and I want to alert people that he called me and said that he is going to, for Martino listeners, give a special price. I'll be telling you about that coming up in the show. More on that and on your problems and complaints after this.
Clear. Just order granted about 30 seconds.
Okay, got it.
Raccoon can answer any question about your business for less than you think. From a new product to a small tweak on a proven
Winner, Research Raccoon gives you U.S.-based data you can put to use that day. Plus, it's affordable enough for small businesses. So stop wondering if your business is on the right track and know for sure with data
10 seconds, here you go.
using Research Raccoon. Visit researchraccoon.com to learn more and discover which plan is best for you. Research Raccoon. Any question, anytime.
Okay, the Art of Granite, the place to get your counters for your kitchen. Now, here's what happens. You get wholesale materials. They're direct stone importers. That means you can get granite. You pick out the slab, or quartz, or marble, or any natural stone. When you pick it out, they fabricate and and make it beautiful, and that's what you pay for. You don't pay for tear out and haul away. You don't pay for the bathroom. They'll do that free when you do the kitchen. And remember, it's theartofgranite.com online, and you can get prices on the phone, 303-386-5919.
If you want to get your business on the radio and you don't need help from a professional, you really need to check out iHeartAdBuilder.com. Not only is it extremely affordable, online, customizable, and heard by 9 out of 10 Americans every month, it's just so easy. You can even make your own radio ad into podcasts.
The worst thing about a